Hey boo boo kitties. Hey boo hey. What's good, y'all? It's the girl with the guy's name 5 Head Gang. You know what I'm saying? Hitting you back with another video teaching you how to edit and flex and slay. On you. On you. You're not a boo boo kitty. You just got me all the way tight. Anyway, you guys, before we get into this video, I just wanted to say this kind of like a disclaimer before we get into the tutorial. Boo boo kitties, let me just say this before we get into this tutorial, okay? I do not want to further influence your procrastination because some of y'all boo boo kitties been procrastinating, okay? Some of y'all boo boo kitties are perfectionists, okay? And I can speak for myself because I used to procrastinate heavy and I used to be a perfectionist, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by this tutorial and feel like, oh my goodness, okay, I can't upload this video because I don't have all of the quote unquote theatrics, right? I need to learn how to do all of these editing effects and transitions and graphics and XYZ. I need to learn how to do my thumbnails like this all the time. In order for me to upload, I need to have a DSLR, a professional camera. No, I am creating this video because I want you guys to learn, become acclimated, become comfortable on editing on your pocket camera, aka iPhone, compelling, captivating, timeline stopping thumbnails to further optimize your video. Sometimes I feel like we get into the habit of, thinking, at least when I first started YouTube, I used to do this a lot, you guys, because I've always shot with my DSLR, you guys. For those of you who don't know, I'm a cinematographer, video editor, and graphic designer, you guys, since 14 years old. Yes, okay, like freshman in high school, I was developing photos old school in the dark room, okay? I was editing on Adobe Photoshop, 14 years old. Adobe Photoshop, you guys, Adobe Illustrator, Final Cut Pro before Final Cut Pro X came out. So when I launched my business in 2016, I launched my YouTube channel in 2015. In 2016, I was just like, you know what? Not everyone has the funds or the means or the patience to learn how to edit on these intricate softwares like Final Cut Pro, like Adobe Photoshop, or using a professional camera, DSLR. And that's when I came up with my business to teach you how to do everything on your pocket camera. So, boo kitties, you don't need all of these things to get started, okay? If you want to get these things eventually in time, you're going to gradually work yourself up to a position to be able to get these things, okay? So I just want to put that out there, you guys. I want to teach you how I do my thumbnails. I want to teach you how to really elevate your thumbnail game, you feel me? And yes, I hope you enjoy this video, boo kitties. Don't overthink it. Again, you guys, it is okay if you upload a video and you don't have everything put together, meaning like, okay, I don't know how to really edit and add special effects. I already said that, you guys. I'll be repeating myself because this is loquacious on the low. I'm high-key loquacious, high-key, okay? I be talking a lot. I know myself. Okay, boo kitties, so the app that we're going to be using in this tutorial is going to be Canva. What you're going to do is you're going to open up Canva and you are going to search YouTube thumbnails so that you get the exact dimensions that you need. And you're going to open up a design. Now, I already have a few thumbnails from the past that I've created. And I'm just going to swipe again so that it's a blank page. But when you open this up anew, it's going to be just this blank page. If you hit the bottom left, you guys, hit designs, there's going to be a variety of templates that pop up. If you feel like, you know what, I'm in a rush or I don't want to create my thumbnails from scratch, you can always utilize the templates that are already pre-made in Canva. But I love making my creations from scratch. Is what I'm used to, is what I've been doing, you guys, for so many years. But definitely utilize those templates. Now, the first thing we're going to do, you guys, we're going to hit upload and we are going to upload the image that we're going to be working with. So I chose this picture. Now what I'm going to do, you guys, I am going to tap and hit this double square to duplicate this image right here. Okay, but first, because I'm meticulous and I'm editing, y'all see that black line at the bottom? I can tell that I just need to pull this image down a bit more so that black line isn't there. Okay, boom. So what I would do, you guys, if I wanted to create a thumbnail, captivating, right, beginner friendly, I'm going to tap on this image here, hit those double squares to duplicate this image, right? And I'm just going to move this out the way. I'm going to move this image that I just copied out of the way. So I'm going to move it down here because I want to blur the background. I'm going to show you guys why I'm doing this. It's going to make sense. Now I'm going to highlight the image in the background, not at the bottom, and I'm going to hit Magic Studio. Actually, I'm supposed to go to Effects. Scratch that, not Magic Studio. Swipe over and go to Effects. You're going to hit Blur. Now, if you try to blur your image while it's on brush, as you can see here, you can adjust the brush size. It's going to only blur that selected area, but we want to blur the whole image. So when you're using the blur tool, make sure that if you want to blur the whole image, swipe over to whole image, and now you can increase the intensity of the blurred effect. Okay, when you are creating thumbnails, boo boo kitties, I want you guys to think of layers. Okay, so when you usually see really popping, aesthetically pleasing thumbnails, they have layers, right? It's not just a picture and text. So that's what I'm showing you guys. So now that the background is blurred, we're going to bring this back up to match the back. And while this is highlighted, you guys, I'm going to swipe over and go to Magic Studio BG Remover for background remover. And what I've just done, you guys, is I basically created an outline of myself while the background is still as is, but the background is blurred. So that's how you create that blurred background when you are doing your thumbnails, you guys. As you can see here, I'm just cropping the image since the rest of the background of the image on top is no longer there. I'm just cropping it so it's easy for me to move. And then what I would do, you guys, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to go over to Effects. I'm going to hit Shadow, go over, swipe to Outline, and this is how you create an outline. Now tap Outline again, and this screen is going to pop up so that you can change the colors, you can change the size of the outline. I'm going to change it to white and change the size so that it's a bit smaller, not too out there, right? All right, so boom. Now that that's done, you guys, what I'm going to do is kind of just play around, see if I want to have it to the right, which is really good because it kind of gives like a shadow blurred effect. If you want it in the center, it's all up to you, you guys, okay? It's all up to you. So say if I'm doing a tutorial on editing on CapCut, this is what I would do, you guys. So the Elements button in Canva is going to be your best friend because literally anything that you need is going to be in Elements. So I'm going to go into Elements. I'm just looking to see like, okay, do I want to make any changes right now? No, I'm going to leave it in the center. Okay. I'm going to open up Elements, and now I'm going to type in iPhone template. If you guys need shapes, graphics, images, you will find everything in Elements. So I'm going to go to iPhone frame. Now, say if I wanted to do a picture within an iPhone, you don't want to select the images under graphic because this is a graphic. This is an iPhone template, okay? Where it's basically just the iPhone template. The iPhone frame is what you want to type in because it's going to pop up in frames where you can see that there's a default image within this iPhone frame, right? This is going to make it easier for you guys. So say if I want to do like a tutorial showing how to do CapCut on an iPhone, I just pressed upload. I blurred my pictures out and I'm just dragging this picture that I just added, you guys. Okay, you're going to go to upload, insert the image that you want, and then you're going to drag it over and boom, it's going to be placed right inside of the iPhone. Super easy. Now say if you wanted to make your iPhone huge like this, but you're like, I don't want the iPhone in front of my image. This is what you're going to do. You're going to highlight the iPhone like this. You see how it's in front of me, but I want it to be behind me. And then you're going to swipe over. Let me highlight, tap on the iPhone, swipe over to position. And you're going to hit backwards. It's going to move a layer back. So you see how it's behind me? Now I'm going to press the back button. Well, I pressed to back because now it's all the way behind the last image, which is blurred. So another way you can do this, you guys, say if you want, I just undid it to show you another example. If you want yourself to be in front, highlight yourself, go to position and then go forward. Okay, one layer forward, as you can see here, because again, it's like layers, you guys. Okay, so now this is behind me because anything that you add is always going to be on top of the last image that you added. So you can always adjust where you want your images to be by doing Elements. Now what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm like, okay, I want to do something where there's a CapCut icon. So I'm going over to my home screen. I'm taking a screenshot And I'm going to crop this screenshot where I have the CapCut icon in my phone, right? Okay, save. I'm going to open up Canva again, and I'm going to upload the CapCut screenshot. Boom. I just cropped that part so you won't see my images. Now with this screenshot uploaded, I'm going to go to Magic Studio background remover to remove the background. And now we have the CapCut icon, you guys. Okay, so I'm just bringing it over here, trying to see if I want it to be tilted. How do I want this to look? So really it's all about what you like, what's appeasing to the eye. You can always use my thumbnails as inspiration for you to practice past thumbnails. You guys, please feel free, Boo Boo Kitties, because I just want you to practice and get acclimated with doing this from scratch. Really to just put your energy and creative print on it. So I'm just playing around with this just to see what's going on. Okay, so now I hit text. Okay, we're going to add a heading, and I'm going to do how to, I'm trying to think of like a random title that I can do. Let's see. I'm actually doing a voiceover to this video, so I kind of forgot what I put, so I'll see it once this keyboard drops, you guys. And again, anytime I upload an image and you don't see me do upload files, that's because I'm cutting it so that you won't see my actual personal pictures. But just go to upload file, device, and you'll be able to upload any picture you want. So what I'm doing here, I'm just changing the font. Okay, but to spice this up a little bit, what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to change the color. Swipe over to color. I'm going to change this to white, and then I'm going to swipe over again, go to effects. You can make this neon if you want, outline. I want this to be outline, but look, neon is one of my favorites, so you can't see it because it's white, but it looks really pretty. I'm going to tap outline twice. This gray circle, I'm going to change to black, so the outline is black, but I want this text to pop out. So you see how I'm increasing the thickness here with this bar. Next, what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to tap effects again, and I'm going to scroll over to shape. You see where it says style and shape? We're going to go to curve, and this is how you get that curved text. Tap curve again, and you'll be able to adjust the curve, as you can see here, you guys. And this is what I love about Canva, because editing on Adobe Photoshop for so many years, you guys, it's really intricate, especially if you're a newbie. Canva, you can do so much, you guys. I'm obsessed with Canva, obsessed. So I'm just adjusting it here. As you can see, I'm moving this over here, and really there's no perfect way to create a thumbnail, but you can definitely start practicing so that your thumbnails can pop out, so that you can elevate your graphic game, y'all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to effects, go back to curve, because I'm like, do I want this curve to really be like circular or more of like a half oval shape? I'm just playing around with that. Even if you wanted to, you can do it sideways. It's all up to you, Boo Boo Kitties. It's all up to you. Again, this is beginner friendly, because in other tutorials I'm going to be showing you how to create a shadow and do so much, you guys. Okay, so the perfectionist in me is just trying to get it exactly where I need it, and I'm just like, okay, let me just, okay, so this is another thing. You see how the letters look squished together? What I did was I swiped and I went to spacing. Okay, you see spacing next to effects, and I just hit letter spacing so that it can basically give space between the letters. So that's what I just did, you guys, FYI. So I'm just adjusting it here, and I think I kind of got to the point where I'm like, okay, that's good. This is gonna do. Okay, the next thing that I'm gonna do, you guys, is I'm gonna go over to elements, and I am going to type in, money. The reason why I'm doing this, you guys, is because say if this video is about making money on your phone, I actually changed it to dollar stacks, and I'm going to go to photos, right? So let's see what's in photos, and I'm going to do, let's see, this is just like to add even more dimension, because it's still looking a little flat to me. I like to have thumbnails that has a bit of depth and dimension to it, right? So let's click one of these stacks here and see. It looks it looks like blue pale. I want like more of like a green green dollars, like true green, right? Since this thumbnail is about making a sale. All right, so we're just gonna go with this one, right? So what I'm gonna do, you guys, okay, watch this part. I'm gonna remove the background. So I went to Magic Studio BG Remover. Now I'm just adjusting it to what I like. I'm gonna exit out of Magic Studio, hit duplicate, which is those double squares, right? So that it looks like a pile of money in front of me. I'm gonna go over and click the left image, swipe over, go to position, and I'm gonna go backwards. I'm gonna hit backwards again so it's behind the iPhone, not just behind me. I'm gonna do the same thing to the right image. Position, backwards. It's behind CapCut, but I want it to be behind me. Y'all see how I just did that? So you can always create layers and move your images behind any images that you have already placed on here. Now to add more depth, you guys, go to elements. We're gonna go to shapes. I don't have to type in shapes because shapes is literally just right here. And you see this square here? I'm gonna tap on this square. Say if you're like, okay, my brand has a bit of pink to it, right? This is what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna enlarge this square to cover the entire image. I'm gonna go to color and I'm gonna change this color to pink. I'm gonna swipe over to transparency because I want this to be transparent. Boom. And now I'm going to lower this and I'm gonna make this square that's sitting right on top, I'm gonna move this back. So I'm gonna go to position and I'm gonna go to back. You see how it's behind everything? And I press forward so I can just come forward so that it's above the blurred image. So I'm just gonna redo it so you can see backwards. You see how I tap backwards? Backwards again, so it's behind the phone, backwards again so that it's behind the money. Now it's in front of the blurred image that we placed first. You guys see how I did that? Something else that I noticed, go to elements, you guys, and type in red arrow. I noticed that a lot of ways to optimize your videos is to include red or like a red arrow. So the vast majority of the time, you guys, you'll see that I'll include a red arrow. I don't know, it's like something scientific that I read before when I first started my YouTube channel. So play around with that red arrow or like red text because it really grabs the attention of those who are swiping so fast. And this is just a really easy beginner friendly way to create a thumbnail that you want to stand out. Again, this is beginner friendly. This is not advanced. This isn't intermediate. Definitely going to be having those tutorials for more. Then you're going to go to the top right, download. I'm going to hit all pages because I don't want all pages to download. I'm going to untick and then tick current page, page 10. Download that, Booba Kitties. And that is how you can create a simple, captivating, fun thumbnail, you guys. Again, there's no wrong way, there's no right way. And this is the finished product, Booba Kitties. Comment down below and I'll see you on the next video.